Well, here we go. Championship game. Greg took Asa back home, so as of now, it's going to be just me on the call, as we're set to begin the championship game between River Bluff and Dutch Fork. River Bluff will act as the home team in this one. Dutch Fork will be the away team. Remember, Dutch Fork got here after beating Flora by, I want to say, it was 7 runs last night, which that does do it. That made it win by 6 or more to take home this spot in the title game, and now they have. For River Bluff, they've just been dominating all tournament. This team will be forced to watch here tonight. Dutch Fork will have their hands full with this Gator team, including a commit to USC, the first baseman. So we're set to begin action here in the top of the first inning as River Bluff and Dutch Fork. Championship game, here we go. Greg should be back shortly again. He was taking Asa home. So we'll start it off tonight. Or not tonight, this afternoon. I'm saying it way too much.
Number 9, Kevin Szymanski.
So Kevin Szymanski will lead it off for the Silver Foxes. Low away, but it's going to be called a strike. Szymanski not happy with that one. Kind of shakes his head, but we are underway in the top of the first inning. So, first pitch there is now second one's going to be grounded over to third. On a hop, takes it in, throws it across the diamond for a quick out, number 1. 2 pitches, 1 out here.
The Silver Foxes, number 5, Brennan Otone.
And now Brennan Otone for the Silver Foxes. He had a good night last night, but looking to kind of increase that. You see him shaking the umpire's hand there. But quickly, there's 1 out here in the top of the first. I unfortunately don't have many stats in front of me at the moment. I really can't look who the pitcher for Dutch Fork is. It is number 10. You can go try to figure it out really quickly. But it's a long walk over to my sheet. There we are. Number 10, Weston Grant, the senior for River Bluff. That second pitch outside, ball 1. So, third pitch of the at-bat's going to be fouled off. And Otone's behind in the count, 1-2 here. So 1-2's the count. Weston Grant working against Brennan Otone and gets him swinging, strike 3. Drop third strike, but again goes down swinging, throw it around the diamond for the Gators. Second out of the day, and the first out for Weston. So the designated hitter today, Matthew Rollison. He was the third baseman yesterday and had a phenomenal outing against our Falcons. But now he will slide into that designated hitter spot. First pitch will be low and away, ball 1. That pitch not gonna find the zone again. Quickly now, 0-2. Or 2-0, excuse me. I'm trying to work this square bug here as well. It's not going well. After Weston finds the zone for a strike. Trying to work this square bug. I'm not exactly sure why it's not letting me. Here's Greg. That ball's grounded to short. Gonna play it on a hop. Fired across the diamond for the third out. Well, 3 up, 3 down. Go the Silver Foxes. Gators can come up to bat. Bottom of the first.
All right, here we go.
Number 5, Walker Mitchell.
All right, we're back, and of course, Mr. Rhodes is back here, so.
Yeah, sorry for delay getting. It wasn't my fault. The game started early.
Yeah, the game started 15 minutes before I was supposed to, so I had to work. And apparently I didn't have Excel selected, so the score bug was not cooperating on my end either. Well, we'll see Tyler Hodges, the designated hitter of last night. He's going to be pitching here for Dutch Fork. He's going to work against Walker Mitchell for the Gators.
Walker's a Coastal Carolina commit.
Of course he is.
Yeah, they're top 3. It's Coastal, then South Carolina, South Carolina.
Ah, there we go. Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah,
So,
that's a tough top 3.
yeah, I mean, a tough inning for Hodges to deal with. But that fastball finding the outside portion of the zone, strike 3. I will say I could easily see a lot more strikes from where you're standing.
Yeah.
Made my life a lot easier calling them. But 1-2 here, Hodges bounces that one in there.
Oops.
So the 2-2 here. Low again, and that count's going to fill her up. So was ahead 1-2. Now the count is full again. And that ball's going to be out to right field. Under it will be Solomon. He'll make the play for out 1.
Now batting, number 9, Thomas Powell.
So Thomas Powell, the South Carolina commit, now set to begin his first at-bat here. Powell, another lefty dealing with for Dutch Fork. Curveball, misses high and away, ball 1. That pitch is going to be low outside, ball 2. And now Powell, eyes more on the prize. He not offering anything that's been out of the zone. Worked it to 2-0. Now that ball's low again. So, Hodges can't find the box or the zone. Still works either way, but doesn't want to get behind and have a base runner early. He doesn't as of yet. That first pitch is in there for a strike. So here we go. 3-1 bouncing in there, ball 4. Thomas draws a 1-out walk. And will bring up the South Carolina commit, Bo Hollins.
Son of former Major Leaguer Dave Hollins.
He's dangerous at the plate. A natural lefty, but at heart, he taught himself to switch hit, which you never see that at all. So we'll see how Bo now starts his day, as he almost gets hit.
Oh.
No, call to the strike. Thought he turned away, but they said, nope, you're fine. So, Bo now behind, runner at first goes. Throw down to second, going to be way off the mark. Thomas Powell's going to swipe the bag. Offing had to come off that bag and couldn't make any sort of play. So now count will go 2-1 apiece, as Hodges now has a runner on second to deal with. There we go. One's apiece. Hollins swings through another strike. He's now behind 1-2. So 1-2 the count here. Hodges way overthrown into center field. Gonna try for 3, and he's gonna be in there safely. Good throw by Friend, but the errant throw allows Powell to take third. Not ideal, not an ideal pickoff attempt, as that ball's gonna sail way over the head. So Bo Hollins doing his little ritual before Hodges delivers. Now he does. And that ball does hit him now. And runners at the corners with 1 out. After a fly out to begin the day,
Up next, number 8, Colby Reynolds.
Hodges has walked and flown and hit a batter. This is not what you're looking for. It's been a rough start here for the Dutch Fork pitcher. The sun is in full effect now as it's coming down heavy. You know, earlier it was a nice cool day for the Flora game, and now in the heart of the afternoon. Here comes Reynolds showing bunt, made for a suicide squeeze, but he pulls it back as that ball goes right down Broadway for strike 1. It was almost like Hodges said, I dare you to bunt it. I trust Szymanski at third to throw out Powell, who would have probably ran home on that bunt. So now, count goes to 0-1. Both secondary leads hard, and that ball's going to find the hole on the left side of the infield. That's a base knock and an RBI single for Colby Reynolds.
Up next, number 10, Weston Garrett.
So, the pitcher, Weston Grant, now had a solid first inning. On the mound, now he's going to come in and try to pitch. You're going to see a courtesy runner over at first. I'm actually not sure. I think it's 13 or is that 12? There's no 12 on my lineup card here. It's 12.
Oh, it is a 12.
It is a 12. Interesting. So, no idea who that courtesy runner is. I'll let you know when I get any idea. Nonetheless, Weston Grant in the box now, looking to deal against or work against Hodges. That ball's going to away. Holland's going to try for third, but he'll get in there standing. So will a courtesy runner. Both runners move up 90 feet as that ball just gets away from Otone. River Bluff, they are very talented bunch. This could get ugly early if the right things go wrong for Dutch Fork. Right now, Hodges, he's behind 1-0, but he needs to try to get out of this inning. And that ball smacked over to third. Second diving attempt by Yarborough. Can't make it in. Bo's going to come home with the second run. They're going to hold Colby Reynolds at third, but an RBI single for Weston Grant. And right now, River Bluff is having everything go their way.
Now batting number 4, Wyatt McPherson.
Almost a great play by Yarborough, but just out of the outstretched arms. So now we see Wyatt McPherson come in for River Bluff. I'm assuming there is no relation to Evan McPherson, the kicker for the good old Bengals. Now, I do have that name. That courtesy runner over at first is Hodges MacArthur. So, Hodges now is getting up 2 runs, and he's let the last 4 runners reach base. And that ball's lined to the middle. Hodges is able to get his glove on. Is there going to be a play anywhere? No, there's not.
I can't see.
McPherson's going to beat that out. And that's another run up the middle. Hard hit ball. Thankfully, Hodges is able to keep that one from hitting him. But Wyatt smokes one up the middle. Yeah.
I can't see first base anymore. Right.
You can't? Too much sun?
No. Hold on.
Here comes River Bluff. They're a very boisterous bunch as well. Oh. So about to step into the box is going to be Logan Busby for the Gators. Right now Hodges has given up 3 hits and 3 runs this inning, but he will stay in after Coach Waits gives him a little words of encouragement. So again, a rowdy bunch is River Bluff. And Tyler's going to step off. He's got runners at first and second, only 1 out. Now, 1 out came from a flyout from the first batter of the inning, Walker Mitchell. They're chanting row, probably row the boat, the old Minnesota saying. Hodges puts a fastball right down the Broadway for strike 1. So, here we go. 1 out. Tyler is ahead 0-1 on Logan Busby. He's going to take that one to right field. Solomon's going to have to come in. Long run. He'll make that play. And the runner's off the bag at first. Double play. Not McCathern, the courtesy runner. And that'll do it. That's how you get the 3rd out. The right fielder, Solomon, to call. But River Bluff puts 3 on the board in the first. We'll see how Dutch Fork answers. We're going to head to the top of the second. And we're back. So, leading it off will be the shortstop, Ethan Offing, for Dutch Fork. Again, they gave up 3 in the bottom half of that first inning, but they went 3 up, 3 down last inning as Weston Grant worked quickly against him, and now he's working quickly again, swinging strike 2 for Offing. Not the way you want to start here for Dutch Fork. Quickly behind 0-2, and a ball in the dirt. Keeps Offing in the at-bat. So Grant's gonna wind out of the stretch, but get his 2nd strike out of the game. Swinging strike there on Offing. 4 up, 4 down here for the Silver Foxes, as the pitcher, Tyler Hodges, looking to get one of those runs back. paper just flies away out of thin air. Thank you. The wind is picking up now out of virtually nowhere. Hodges now gets a strike dealt to him. Put my phone down on this stuff just so it doesn't fly away. So Hodges down 1-0. Now he's down 0-2. Fouling that one off. So 0-2 down. Hodges takes one and it just misses low and away. That's ball one in this at-bat. So here we go, 1-2 for Grant. Swinging strike three. Put him down again, Weston Grant. He is finding that zone and feeling it right now early. So here we go, Landon Call. We saw Call yesterday eat our Falcons alive, go 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Had a phenomenal game yesterday, and he was the end of that double play that ended that last inning. And Call gets under that one and fouls it straight back towards us. In the tournament so far, Call is 3 for 8. He's 1 for 5 entering yesterday, but had a great game against our Falcons as he swings through another pitch. And Weston Grant has been on a roll so far to start this game. He looks like the man to beat out there. And that ball's crushed out to right field. Yep. Going back is Busby. He's going to look up, and it won't come back. Landon Call puts one over the right field fence. Cuts that deficit to 3-1. You couldn't tell. I wasn't even prepared for that one. Call just put a jolt in it. And just like that, Weston Grant has a blemish. So here we go. That puts a jolt on the other side of this game. You know, we've seen that jolt so far. River Bluff came out with it, but right then and there, Landon Call just said, "See ya, ball." So here we go. Next pitch, first pitch, Paul Taylor. Long run for Busby. That's gonna trickle in fair. Taylor's gonna take a hard turn, but he'll go back to first. Back-to-back hits for the Silver Foxes. And just like this, Weston Grant went from sitting him down to back-to-back hits. And now Peyton Friend, the center fielder tonight, or this afternoon for these Silver Foxes, will dig in. So Friend, smaller statue here for the Silver Foxes, will take that one outside ball one. Friend has only appeared once in this tournament as that pickoff sent to Paul Taylor really close. He went over.
He was only a couple feet off and
just
unexpected.
He was not expecting to go back. No, he didn't even slide either. He was so close. Now that second pitch low, ball two. And we saw Friend against Hammond where he went 0 for 2 with a strikeout. This is a little tougher competition than Hammond. But, you know, we'll see what happens. And that pitch, finding the outside portion of that zone, strike one. 2-1 is the count in the top of the second. Dutch Fork has had back-to-back hits to put themselves in this game. This time, looks like Taylor had a dive back in, but easily got there safely. Bo Hollins didn't even put down a tag on him. So, 2-1 the count. That's going to go up the middle. Friend, pitch over to second, and the second baseman Prophet will step on the back to end the inning, but Landon Call puts a shock in a ball. It's going to cut that lead from 3-1. We'll see River Bluff come up in the bottom half of the inning.
Leading off for the Gators, number 22, Miles Profit.
So we're set to begin the bottom of the half of this inning. The 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up for the Gators. Hodges didn't have his best stuff last inning, gave up 3 hits off of and 3 runs. That ball is jolted to right field, going back, and that's gonna no,
What?
just go foul.
You sure about
No
that?
way. That looked to be touting the line,
Huh.
but it apparently just went to the right of that line. Profit was on his way to second, may have hit third, depending on how quickly Solomon got that ball in right field.
I gotta rewatch that.
We're gonna show a replay.
I mean, I guess
fiction.
obviously the official is closer. You should
I'm just- I'm
have a better
assuming,
view of it, right?
I'm assuming that ball, you should probably have a better shot down the line, but it looked fair to me. Either way, loud first strike there for Profit. Now he watches the ball go high, ball 1. So, 1-1 the count here against the Gators second baseman. He'll take that one high and away, ball 2. So 2-1 the count now. Silver Fox is looking, trying to minimize the damage. That ball is a shot in the center. Peyton Friend going back. He's going to hug the wall, but he'll make the play for out number 1. Another long first out here at Falcon Field. These teams hitting the ball around the ballpark. So the 9-hole hitter, Matthew Garris.
Up next, number 1, Matthew Garris.
He steps in. He's the last hitter before the lineup turns over to Walker Mitchell at the top, the Coastal Carolina commit. Doesn't get any easier here for Hodges. A bunt attempt here from Garris. However, pulls it back and lets that go by low for a ball.
Yeah, Garris pitched really well yesterday.
Was he the one who pitched against the Vikings?
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. So I'm sure he's probably a little tired, his arms are, but we'll see what he can do here as Hodges finds that lower portion of the zone for a strike. That home run seemed to revitalize Dutch Fork a little bit and kind of quiet River Bluff. That ball's going to go to Offing at short. He's going to fire over to first and get the second out of the inning. 6-3. And just like that, there's 2 outs in this inning with Walker Mitchell
Number 5, Walker Mitchell.
up to the plate. The Coastal Carolina commit do his little pre-at-bat ritual, I'm assuming. You don't see much more vibrant than those. 2 kicks of dirt. Practice swing, making sure his gloves are on, and he steps into the box, ready to face Hodges. First pitch curveball. Oh my goodness, that's beautiful.
Yeah, just frozen.
Mitchell was, even a Coastal Carolina commit, wasn't prepared for that one to find the zone. So, 0-1. Fastball, missing outside now. Count at 1s. And you can see the infield respecting the top of this order. They're playing him very far and away toward the edge of the grass. Walker Mitchell, he had the loud first out of the game over to Solomon in right field, excuse me. And then River Bluff kind of did their damage at the rest of the inning. Hodges, though, that ball is going to find the left field grass for a base hit. Walker Mitchell has his first hit of the game, a single to left field.
Number 9, Thomas Powell.
So here we go, Thomas Powell. He started that inning really last time for the Gators. He started with a walk and then came around and scored on the Colby Reynolds single. So there's still 2 outs here. It's only a 3-1 lead for River Bluff, but you know the Carolina commit Thomas Powell would love to do more. That one comes in on him, but called a strike.
It's about the highest strike we've seen this week.
So there you go. Up, over, maybe over and around the letters. Now the airport team down the right field line is now here and waiting to play their final game of this tournament. But they'll only play a 5-inning one. This will go the full 7. This is the championship game of the Forest Acres Classic. River Bluff, the defending 2-time champions. Dutch Fork, a spot they wanted to be in here last year, but now they're here this year. They get River Bluff in the championship game. Now a pickoff attempt, and he caught Walker Mitchell sleeping, but that throw was high for call, and Walker got back. Walker almost looked shocked he threw over. Had a very delayed jump back, but throw was high. Call couldn't get that tag down, and the ball came really slow out of the hand of Hodges. I'm not sure what held him up. It looked like he may have had him. Nonetheless, 0-1 count. Now another pickoff attempt, and you're not going to get Walker Mitchell lacking again. That won't happen.
Yeah. I'm just going to frame this up, including first base, because his lead's really big.
It is really big. So we're going to maybe see him go on this next pitch. Maybe try to put him in scoring position for the big bats in this lineup. This time again, he got him. Pickoff attempt. Walker Mitchell leaned one way, had to go back the other, and Hodges able to pick him off. And that'll end the inning. Well, 3 up, 3 down go the Gators. Not the way you thought they would. It's 3-1 after 2.
Leading off the Dutch Fork, number 18, L.J. Solomon.
So here we go. 9-hole hitter starting the day off for Dutch Fork, and it will go to the top of the order after him. L.J. Solomon, the right fielder. We saw him in center yesterday against our Falcons. He went 2 for 4, finding some holes. Really giving us trouble all night. And that one's going to be up the middle. Going to be on Profit on the backhand, firing to first, and Bo Hollins will come down and make a hard tag to Solomon. It will do for the first out. Profit had to fire over to first. It was on the backhand, not the easiest throw, but Holland brought his glove down right into the face of Solomon. Obviously not intentional.
It's the only thing he could do.
I say not intentional. I was very about to follow it up because I want to make sure it was obviously not intentional, but it was still a hard out. So, Kevin Samansky, he's set to begin his second at-bat here against Weston Grant. He grounded over to Mitchell at short back in the first to lead off the game for Dutch Fork. We'll see how these Silver Foxes respond as that ball's going to be poked towards Bo Hollins. Covering's going to be Grant, and he'll get, no, he won't, he will get there, but he will drop it. That is an E1, and that's how Samansky reaches. So, he's going to take the mantle up at first and now get Brennan Otone a chance.
Now batting, number 5, Brennan Otone.
Brennan Otone, the catcher. He is one of the 3 strikeout victims of Weston Grant this afternoon. And a pickoff attempt now to Szymanski. Very, very reminiscent of what we just saw from Tyler. And you're going to see Reynolds go out to talk to his pitcher, Grant. You know, Grant was cruising. He had the first 5 outs, 3 strikeouts. And then Landon Call kind of jolted him a little bit. It's always not easy at any level to give up a home run, but especially at a younger level when you don't see it a lot. And Call took it for a ride to the right field over the head of Busby. But Grant was going to find the zone, outer portion for strike 1. We'll see how he can respond, Grant, after that error. It allows a runner to reach first. It'll be interesting to see Szymanski's not taking a lead off. Now he is, and right as he takes that third step, Grant throws back. Unable to get him, though. So, count is at 0-1. Grant will come in and find the inner half of that strike zone for strike 2. Otome, strikeout victim his last time, now behind the count 0-2 against the pitcher for the Gators. That ball just misses outside. 2-1, 1-2 count now for the Silver Fox catcher. One-two pitch, poked over to the right side of the infield. Profit's gonna have to slide over and make that play to first. Second out, but no double play as Szymanski will go to second. However, that's the second out of the inning. Now Rollison, he's a designated hitter for tonight. He had a phenomenal game against us yesterday, I said earlier back in the first. And about now I have stats, 1 for 3 with a walk and a hit by pitch, but he was phenomenal defensively. Had an ending double play and a couple of amazing throws over to Call at first. Now he's stepping into the dish, gonna see what he can do as he watches that strike go by. That was a fastball on the outer portion of the plate, looked to be around thigh high, but Grant found it. Rollison. Now he watches the fastball this time, it's off the plate. Rollison ended the first inning with a ground out to Mitchell back in the first. Mitchell had a nice play, played that one on a hop. But Rollison looking to kind of change that luck right here. Strike back again. Swings through an off-speed pitch, kind of fooled him a little bit. Looked to be a very flat swing there from the designated hitter for the Silver Foxes tonight. Or not tonight. We'll get it right.
It's really not tonight.
It really is not. It's not even close to tonight, which is weird. I'm so used to saying tonight. I guess I like the marquee matchups. Anyway, 1-2. Rollison lets that one find the dirt for ball 2, even in the count. So, count even at 2s. 2 outs here in the top of the third. Szymanski on second. Rollison watches that one go by. Weston Grant was going to the dugout. Umpire said, nope. Got to come back in and throw at least one more. You have the shortstop, Ethan Offing. He's on deck if it gets that far. Full count, 3-2, swinging in the dirt. That's going to get away from Reynolds. He's not going to be able to make that throw over to first.
Wow. Is that intentional?
I would assume, I mean, the swing, no. I mean, I assume you don't let, I'm assuming.
Yeah, at least not one that you think the catcher could get a glove on, right? Like, it's one thing if you sky it and you just swing at the third strike because you know it's going to hit the backstop.
Yeah, like, I mean, that was, it didn't look like, I mean, Reynolds got in front of it, but the ball just kind of bounced awkwardly off of him, squirting towards the Silver Fox dugout.
Yeah, I just don't know why you swing at that pitch.
I mean, it was a curveball. It fooled him.
Yeah.
Kind of what I got from it. Either way, so now here we go. We talked about Grant getting a little shaken up earlier. Now, this is one of those things where you should be out of the inning. You should be in the dugout right now. Offing, though, takes a hearty cut of the first pitch fastball for strike one. But mentally, what's Weston Grant going through right now? Gave up the home run, dropped a pitch from Hollins at first, and now a drop third strike. So, that one's going to be low. But mentally, Grant has had an error, and I don't blame that on the catcher, even though you could. I'd still don't blame it on either of them. It was just a weird bounce it took once it hit the dirt, which happens with the baseball. You know, the seams in the baseball can make that ball go any which way it wants to. Now runner at first. Doesn't go, and that pitch is inside. Rollison took a very, very aggressive secondary lead. Got to be careful. There's no batter. Offing's a righty, so any throwdown Reynolds gets will be more uninstructed or unobstructed. But there is 2 outs here and a 1-2 count, so Grant's going to focus home, and he'll get Offing for the second time tonight. Strike 3 swinging, back-to-back strikeouts for Offing. That's the 4th strikeout for Grant. So River Bluff gets a little in some trouble, but now they still lead 3-1. So after I got into trouble in that last inning and River Bluff got into trouble in that last half inning, they come up to bat now, leading 3-1, looking for some insurance. It's nice I can actually say everything and not be worried about jinxing a team.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't care.
Yeah.
That first pitch, strike one. Now I will say for Hodges, this is where he got into trouble back in the first inning when he faced this Gator lineup. It started with a walk to this man, Thomas Powell, and then it continued when he hit Bo Hollins on a pitch, and that really snowballed into 3 hits and 3 runs. But we saw last inning, Hodges able to pick off the Coastal Carolina commit, Walker Mitchell, at first. It looked like Walker was about to go to second, but caught him right in his break because he leaned and couldn't do anything. That pitch is smoked down the line, but call lets it go foul. So count is now 1-2 against the center fielder. They're gonna let number 12 for River Bluff. That is Again, actually, that's the one we don't know who it is because he's wearing the wrong uniform. But they're going to let him take that ball off the field. I guess the umpire deemed it too close to play. That it had to be off now in case Powell smokes one down the right field line.
Which would give the right fielder 2 chances to throw him out.
That's I think, yeah. I agree.
Yeah, if you're not sure he's going for a double or triple, you throw 1 to second, 1 to third.
Yeah, you're just, I mean, you know, but what do you do with your Powell? You sit there and you're like, okay, this is not what I'm looking for.
Get caught in a pickle between 2 people with baseballs.
It's not ideal. All right, but 2-2 count now for Powell. Watch the low one go by last pitch. This time he's going to lift it to center. Peyton Friend's going to drift back. It's going to go into the gap, and they're going to convulge in. Well, Peyton, he will make the play. He convulged with Paul Taylor. Miscommunication out there in left center. But Friend able to come up with it for the first out.
You always love to see it when they raise that glove up with the ball.
Oh, he had to make sure we knew.
Yeah.
He had to make sure that we immediately knew that, hey, I caught that. That's who I am. I can do anything. So, again, it doesn't get any easier for Tyler Hodges. You got to face this giant of a man, Bo Hollins. First pitch going to be low, ball 1.
What's crazy is that he's only a junior.
He is way taller than I am, and I am 4 years older than him.
I think Lou Bajak was saying he has like 11 or 12 home runs on the season, which is a lot for baseball, high school baseball.
I don't pick favorites. Can we see 13 right here?
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
I would love to see one go right field. Because, well, I'll quickly let them Hodges throw his 2-0 pitch. Again, low. But a lot has to do with the pitch speed. More of a, either, if you want to get one out, you gotta get the pitch speed up high, or either a change or a curveball, because curveballs just have that motion that if you hit it, it's gonna go up in the air.
Yeah.
Hollins watches a strike go by. I guess he had the take sign all the way. So usually it's very hard for any home run to get out. Now it's a 3-1 count. And no, it misses. Ball 4. Dutch Fork crowd ain't happy with that one, but Hollins gets on again for the second straight inning. Second straight time. So their catcher, Colby Reynolds, he is one of the 3 RBIs. He singled back in the first and brought home Thomas Powell. He also came home with that 3rd run of the inning too. So he is technically accounted for 2 of their 3 runs. See if he can make it a little more. Ball is high and away. 1-0 is the count.
Do you have Holland's numbers this week?
I do not, unfortunately.
Okay.
I was going to do it today before these games got moved up, actually. And I was actually planning to start really soon on getting my stats together.
Yeah, my guess is that he's the only one who might be challenging Zach Snead for the most walks.
Gotcha. Yeah, unfortunately I don't. Again, I was planning on doing it actually around 10:45, 11 o'clock, just getting this quickly because I can easily update Flora's and Dutch Forks. I would have had to work a little harder for River Bluffs and St. John's. Yeah. Strike down the middle. But no, I unfortunately have no idea how they're doing. So there's a little tidbit into my world. I only have one of the 2 stats, so a little easier when Dutch Forks up.
Let's just say that it was refreshing to not see a 4-pitch walk for Bo.
Really?
This one was a 5-pitch walk.
Ah, you got a strike on him. Lifted to center field. That shouldn't get out. We're going to see Friend and Solomon contract and rather run into it. It looks like Solomon makes that play. Miscommunication all out there, as that ball is just going to continue to find its way into some gloves. However, Solomon seems a little shaken up out there. We're going to see the head coach is going to go out there and, well, I guess they're going to check, but both Friend and Solomon, I guess, are going to go back to their positions, so I'm assuming they're good. However, coach said, no, you're going to come talk to me for a second. I'm going to make sure you're okay. But it's weird. Both outs have been long flyouts, but a lot of miscommunication. Kind of makes it feel like what's going on out there.
All right, we're going to mute for a sec. All right, break over.
Wait a minute, there's a copyright
Now
in this
batting
world.
number 10, Weston Garrett.
All right, well, Weston Grant, excuse me, the pitcher. He also has one of the 3 RBIs this game. We'll see what he can do this time. And he'll shoot one to left field. Taylor's going to go back, but he may not. He's going to run out of real estate really quickly. Weston Grant gives up a homer, but responds with one of his own. 2-run blast from the pitcher. River Bluff going to lead it 5-1. That looked good off the bat.
Yeah, it did.
Little Euro step as he comes into home, too. Goodness. That's one way to get back into this game mentally for River Bluff. They've been a little off until Weston Grant shot one to way deep to left. Paul Taylor, he tried to go back on it, but had to look up and watch it go.
What year is Weston Grant?
Weston Grant, this is what, I do have this actually, so I can actually look at this. Weston Grant is a senior.
He is a senior.
He's a senior. But after that 2-run blast, it's Wyatt McPherson back up. We're going to see how Hodge responds after getting up his 5th run of the game, and especially after a home run. He will respond by skipping that in for ball 1.
We'll find out if Weston Grant's looking at any colleges where he might be going.
Yeah, we can look during the break.
Yeah.
And Hodges, yeah.
As I was thinking, I mean, we talked about the top 3 hitters, you know, Coastal, Carolina, and then, the 4th hitter.
Yeah, 5th, yeah.
Oh, he's the 5th hitter.
Yeah, Colby Reynolds.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, the catcher. But we're also not sure if he's committed. And right now, DC Hodges is very much affected, throwing 3 straight balls toward the dirt. But Reynolds is a junior, so Reynolds may not be looking at any colleges yet. 3-0 is the count. 4-0. 4-pitch walk to McPherson. So, back to Logan Busby, the right fielder. He flew into a double play last at bat. You don't see a lot. And now Coach Waite's going to come out here and talk to Hodges. You may see a pitching change here. That was
64.
Yeah, but it was a 4-pitch walk. He's definitely in his own head right now.
Yeah.
So, quick talk. He'll stay in the game for at least for now.
So Western Grant's 2 for 2 with 3 RBIs. Jeez.
Now batting number
Good start to the
14,
game.
Logan Busby.
Huh?
Western Grant 2 for 2 with 3 RBIs.
Oh yeah. That's
And 5 strikeouts in 3 innings.
He's doing it all here for the Gators in the early portion of this one. They have a 4-run lead now. This is where their first inning came to die, though. Logan will take one low for ball 1. You know, this very much mirrors this one. Thomas, you know, the first inning they got in trouble around this portion of the lineup, and now they're getting out in trouble again around that portion of the lineup. Seems to be those 2 through 6 hitters have really given Tyler some trouble as he whips one by Busby for strike 1.
I was over on his pitch count.
So here we go. Hodges even in the count at 1 apiece. You have a runner on first. And Logan watches that one low, 2-1. Again, this is the championship game of the Forest Acres Classic here at Falcon Field. Dutch Fork beat our own Falcons to get here. River Bluff had been dominant all week. Now these two face off in the championship. Where that ball smoked to left field. Taylor's gonna go back, and he's gonna, no, he's gonna be off the wall. Taylor's gonna fumble around with that bag. Runner at first is gonna go all the way to home, but trying for three is Busby. He's gonna get thrown out at third. The run will score though. River Bluff takes a 6-1 lead. Good relay throw from Taylor to offing Szymanski to get Busby out at third. However, River Bluff, another 3-run inning here to take a 6-1 lead. So we're back. Top of the fourth inning is upon us. Weston Grant helped himself out in the last half inning. 2-run blast. He is now set to begin his fourth inning of work. As now we also just learned he is a Francis Marion commit for the Gators.
Yeah. Thanks to Lou Bajak, Lou at the State, for that information.
Of course, we have friends all over the place. So now, pitcher on pitcher, Tyler Hodges comes off the mound and back to the batter's box, try to see if he can help himself out. He was a strikeout victim to Grant back in the second inning. And right now he's behind 1-2. Is Grant working quickly? Struck him out swinging. Weston Grant, that's number 5. Second time getting Hodges. And now, Weston Grant's going to face the one person that has given him just a little bit of a headache. That is Landon Call. May not be much, but Landon has the solo run for the Silver Foxes with a solo shot back 2 innings ago. Landon has one of the only 2 hits as he's using that white Cat 10 to bat. That ball's going to be skied over to left. Converging will be Rivers and Garris coming into fair territory, and Garris makes the play and somehow doesn't hit any other Gator on his way in.
He snuck through there.
Almost like a football player sneaking through the line, get where he got through his other 2 players.
Now batting number 6, Paul Taylor.
Yes, I want to say, yeah, speaking of Lou Bajak, if somebody's watching and they're a fan of high school sports and across the state of South Carolina, make sure you follow Lou on Twitter. It's Lou at the state. L-O-U at the state.
There you go.
I didn't want to spell all that.
Well, 2 down now for the Citadel commit Paul Taylor. He'll sky that one to right field, and Busby will drift over and make that play for the 3rd out. Weston James only had 45 pitches coming to that inning. Couldn't be much more, right?
How
many pitches does he have now?
He's 51?
So yeah,
52 maybe with that last one.
7-pitch inning. We'll be right back. River Bluff leads 6-1. So, here we go. Bottom of the 4th inning. New pitcher for the Silver Foxes. Matthew Rollison's pitching, and we were watching him warming up here, Greg, and it looked like a little bit of... Huh?
Jeff with the G.
Jeff with the G.
I get Greg a lot because everyone sees the G, and it's like...
Well, there we go. I've been with them for a month now, and I'm still messing his name up. But we're looking Jeff, and...
No, people have known for years to be doing it.
But, it looks like he throws about 2 forms. That first one, he's that overhand pitch that's high. He also comes in with a little sidearm submarine action. It looks like his forms might be submarine, but he comes in sidearm with it. So, either way, Miles Profit going to lead it off here for the Silver Foxes. And he watches that second pitch go by for a ball. He flew out to center field where he had Peyton Friend make that play. And also another little tidbit change there for Silver Foxes. You got J.J. Smalls playing second now, as Rollison throws it in there for his first strike of his outing. This is Rollison's first appearance on the mound this tournament. He is a 400 hitter coming into the tournament into this game, but he's not appeared on this bump. But now he's right back in there after starting to count off 2 balls. He's now throwing back-to-back strikes here against the 8-hole hitter. 2-2 the count. Pitch coming in. High. Ball 3. So full count with the 9-hole hitter, Matthew Garris, due up right behind him. Profit. See if he moves that bat. And he does not, and watches that one stay in. Ball 4. Leadoff walk for the Gators. Now we are talking about this right in the half inning. It's a 5-inning game, a 5-run game. Depending on what happens this inning, it could get pushing that 10-run rule in through 5.
Yeah, especially now that the 8-hole hitters up or on.
Yeah, the 8-hole hitter's on. 9-hole hitter Matthew Garris is up, and then the lineup turns back over to the just commit.
Yep.
And a one attempt. Well, he's going to pull it back and easily Profit will jog over to second. So, just like that, man, in scoring position for Matthew Garris.
I'm going to tick him off for the successful bunt, even though he didn't bunt.
It looks like it was a. It looks like I wasn't even sure. It didn't look like he tried to bunt. It more like a little mind game. Little just put the bat out there, see if I can.
Yeah, let the pitcher think, let the defense think, but.
Yep. So yeah, no, he tries to bunt that time. He thought he was gonna get it, but.
That was a drag bunt.
It was a drag bunt, not something you see a lot.
You don't see them very often at all.
But the lefty trying to get out of the box quickly here, trying to move Profit over, and also trying to take that first base bag. And really put a dent into the Silver Foxes here in this inning. Now he's going to show bunt off the top. He's going to keep it out there. And that one misses. I'm not sure where it hit off of. But it will roll to the backstop. And Profit is now at third.
Garris has had 2 successful bunts this at-bat.
I mean, look. I mean, he didn't go into play, but he is currently moving Profit from first to third just by holding it out there. And Rollison is now behind 2-1 to this 9-hole hitter. You really don't want to be in this spot, especially with, again, the top of the Gator lineup coming up. That ball's right at Rollison. He looks back Profit at third and fires over to first for the first out. Great play by Rollison. Does a full 180 just to make sure Profit doesn't go. And then goes over to get Garrison at first. So here comes Walker Mitchell, a.k.a. Mr. I'm going to take 5 or 10 seconds before I get into the box. And hold up, he didn't make sure if his gloves were on tight enough.
Again, without having the exact stats for all these teams, if River Bluff wins, he might end up being the MVP.
Gotcha. And there's your first little look at that sidearm action there.
I know he had a home run earlier this week, and did he have more than one? I can't remember. Had a home run, hit it off the wall a couple times, I think. And then he pitched in one of the games.
Gotcha. So, potentially your early guess for all tournament team?
Yeah, which is, I mean, it's tough when you have the players, the caliber that River Bluff has.
I mean, yeah.
Choosing one. Actually, you know what? I think they might do multiples for the team that does one.
Gotcha.
I'm pretty sure they do.
Well, Mitchell swinging through a low strike there. Now he's behind 1-2. Yeah. Well, I'm assuming it probably will be then.
Yeah. We'd at least see all tournament plus MVP.
Correct.
So at least 2.
So at least 2. Here we go. 1-2. Sidearm. Doesn't catch that inside the part of the plate. Knee high. Couldn't find the zone. 2-2 count here. Comes in. Popped up. Going to be shallow right field. Tough play to make. Small's going to go back, but Solomon will call him off. Tagging his runner at third, and he will stop quarter way down the line. Solomon does a good job of getting that ball in quickly for the second out of the inning. Looked like we're going to have an action play there, but Prophet did not trust his speed to get home. It was an accurate throw, but it would have been interesting to see. There was a slow throw at the end. It would have been interesting to see how it would have worked. Either way, Thomas Powell, the center fielder for the Gators and South Carolina commit, steps into the box and watches a strike go by, or ball go by. Watches a ball low go by.
Yeah, and Powell also pitched, I think he pitched the Monday game and really well. So, another candidate.
Another, and whoa, that ball's crushed to right field. Goodbye.
Just foul.
Oh, just foul? No way. I thought that was golden. You see, I lose it when it goes above the tent.
I can just barely see the foul pole behind the metal bar.
I can see it. When you said foul, it looked like to me it was going right around where those people are standing. So right around the edge of the look at the edge of the black on the right field line. But then it guess must have curved. But oh my goodness, that looked like a no-doubter. So, one's apiece. Let's see how Rollinson can do after watching a ball almost go over the fence. Comes back with a fastball outside to push the count to 2-1. And again, not a spot you want to be in. Bo Hollins is on deck and waiting. 2-1 the count. Curveball stays high. Ball 3. So Rollison falling behind the 2-hole hitter. Comes in. Just nicked and foul. It's going to fill the count up 3-2. 2 outs here. So, both sides getting into it. River Bluff egging on Powell. And he fouls that one back. We'll do it all again. So again, runner on third, full count, 2 outs, bottom of the 4th inning. The USC commit Thomas Powell at the plate. Matthew Rollison fires and deals. And it will be fouled back over us again. So we'll do it one more time, I guess. Rollison against Powell. 3-2, 2 outs. Rollison stepping, a sidearm, gonna come home. Runner's gonna break to the plate. And no throw. Superman style, Prophet slides into home safely. So that's technically an RBI walk.
RBI walk.
Looked to be. I don't know if it's an RBI technically for Powell, but we're gonna give it to him. So lead now expands to 7-1 with the ever so dangerous Bo Hollins up. Gosh, I wish I knew how tall he. Actually, I probably could figure that out about 5 seconds.
Yeah, he's definitely on perfect game.
Either way, first pitch is about to be set to go from Rollison to Bo Hollins. He is 6'4", 215, and he uses all of that to foul it off. So, we saw one whole strike against him back in the at bat last time. Now we're going to see another strike against him. He's behind the count for 0-1. That pitch, curveball, caught the zone. And Bo Hollins down 0-2 to Matthew Rollison. You have Thomas Powell over on first. Gamecock fans may get used to seeing this in a couple years. But as of now, they're playing for River Bluff. And Hollins goes down swinging, strike 3. Matthew Rollison gets it out. And that'll end the threat in the 4th. River Bluff only puts one across, but they lead it 7-1. And we're back. Top of the 5th inning now. And we'll see how long this can last. Again, River Bluff needs 4 runs to end it from now on. But stands in the way will be the Dutch Fork Silver Foxes and center fielder Peyton Friend. Friend grounded over to Profit at second, back in the 2nd inning. As we're going to see them going to ground to short. Mitchell's going to fire over to first, and Hollins with the nice stretch. That's the first out, and a quick first out at that.
Up next, number 18, L.J. Solomon.
So L.J. Solomon, he grounded also out to the second baseman last inning. We'll see how he does and fares this time against Weston Grant, who is now just at 53 pitches through 4 1/3 innings, just under 5. Grant's going to fire home, and that will be low, ball 1. And the Francis Marion commit has been pretty good on the mound so far today. Only really one blemish, and that was that homer that Landon Call tacked on him in the 2nd. It's also the only run that Dutch Fork has been able to muster across. As Solomon checks his swing, but it hits the bat. Unfortunate turn of events there for the 9-hole hitter in this Dutch Fork lineup. So 2-1 is the count. Solomon driving that over too short again. Mitchell loses the handle, unable to make that throw, and another runner reaches on air for the Silver Foxes. So back to the top of the order we go. Tevin Szymanski. Look to try to do any damage to this River Bluff team. Szymanski reached on an air back in the 3rd inning, where he got all the way to 3rd before he was stranded.
I think he may have had a pair of home runs against Hammond.
I think he did. Well, that ball is now going to be ripped over to right field, but right at Busby, he'll drift over and make that play. Quick second out.
Now
Yeah, he has 2 home runs, so.
Otone.
So now here comes the catcher, Brendan Otone. Otone is also 0 for 2 today. And he is a punch-out victim of Weston Grant. Grant picking off Solomon at first to no avail. Weston Grant has 5 strikeouts on the day, hoping to make it 6 as that curveball goes over the heart of the plate for strike 1. Now Solomon got speed on first, but it doesn't matter if you can't move him at all. And Otone swings through a breaking ball for strike 2, and he's way behind. No. Weston Grant, he's been absolutely on point today. Again, only 1 blemish, that Landon Call homer. And he's continuing to look all as bit of a good as a Francis Marion commit should be. He's locked in on the mound. They've saved him for this championship game, and he is delivering here tonight. Or not tonight, at 4. Well, it's getting more to dusk. It's 4 o'clock.
It's getting closer and closer.
Late afternoon. You know, I'm just trying to will it on. 1-2, fouled down the left line. We'll get it right. I say afternoon a couple times.
Like a broken clock being right twice a day.
But I say, hold up. I'm right about it's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Yeah.
I'm like we're at a little less than half the hours, so we're fine.
That's right.
Yeah, we're good. 1-2 here to Otone. Low, ball 2. Again, I haven't called many day games. It's weird.
Yeah.
So, Otone's worked the count back to 2s with 2 outs here. He swings through that one, but gets enough of it to put it back into the backstop. Otone was 1 for 3 yesterday with 2 strikeouts. He already has a strikeout tonight. Oh my goodness, this afternoon. He's just laughing at me now at this point. It's rude. I mean, not rude, but that curveball misses. And now it's 3-2, 2 outs here in the 5th. Solomon will be in motion. Otone looking to try to find a gap here and push at least Solomon to 3rd, maybe even get him across. 3-2 coming high inside, ball 4. And a 2-out walk here for the 2-hole hitter. We'll now bring up Matthew Rollison.
Now batting number 24, Matthew Rollison.
Here comes a pitch courtesy runner.
Running at first base, number 34, Boykin Bigby.
For Boykin Bigby, it seems. I actually don't have that on the roster.
Coach coming out.
We'll see if that's all for Weston. I'm assuming no. His pitch count is fairly low, all things considered. Just hovering right above 60, right?
Yeah, apparently. Must have added an extra one. It's 65.
Oh, but he is done for the day. And that'll be all.
He's done pitching for the day.
Well, pitching. I meant like
he's still got work to
and
do.
on the mound, yeah. We'll see number 25 come in for River Bluff, and we'll take a break, I'm assuming. So Landon Gross, he will come in to pitch for the Gators. Gross is a junior. And he's set to first. Roll over to Matthew Rollison. We also are going to see Grant. He's going to move to third, taking out the man who was DH for. That ball's going to find a hole. Rollison right to right field, and Busby. Solomon's going to take the hard turn around third, but is forced to stay. And first pitch swinging. Rollison very happy, apparently, to see Grant get out. So again, first pitch, Weston Grant doesn't throw, was taken to right field, and now the bases are loaded for the Silver Foxes with 2 outs, and Ethan Offing. You know, again, there's not a lot of people that are really happy to see Grant. I mean, most people on this team are really happy to see Grant, but this man's especially ecstatic. 2 strikeouts in his first 2 appearances tonight, but he continues right where he left off, watches one go down the middle. Yeah, both the next 2 hitters, Ethan Offing and, well, it was Tyler Hodges, but Hodges seems to be taken out of the game. It's not him on the, I'm assuming that's J.J. Smalls on deck. But Offing is loving life right now. A little sidearm action there from Gross, but he can't find the zone. So, Ethan Offing. Big opportunity here in the 5th inning. 1-1 swings at a curveball in the dirt. Strike 2. So 1-2 is the count here. Offing swings another ball in the dirt. That's strike 3. And for the 3rd time tonight, Offing goes down swinging. And Gross gets out of the jam. River Bluff needs 4 runs to win it. They lead at 7-1. So we're back here at Falcon Field with a lot of little fielding changes here. You see Kevin Smolsky, he's going to go to short. Matthew Rawlinson to third. And number 10, Connor McKee in catching for the new pitcher, Wilkes Dent. He's set to begin his afternoon, got it right that time, against Colby Reynolds, the catcher for the Gators. Sorry, I had to point that out. Doesn't happen a lot.
Where'd the shortstop go? Second?
No, he's off.
He's off. Oh, yeah. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, he was Giving a little up in the bullpen now. Looks like it's another in the bullpen. Aiden Blevins is now kind of warming up, but we'll see if they turned anyone else who it is. But Dent is ahead, 0-2. Curveball going to be shot over in the gap. Tough play for Samansky to make off the backhand. Dropped at first by Call. Would have been a tough throw and a tough play to have me made. I don't know if he would have beat it out, but either way.
Next, number 10, Weston Garrett.
They're going to call that an error on Call, and that's how Reynolds gets on. So here we go. Back up to the plate, Weston Grant. You know, he can't do any more damage on the mound, but he can definitely do more damage at the plate. He had a homer his last at-bat. Looking for one right there, but goes just foul. By just foul, I mean straight back.
Just foul.
Just
foul as far as it could go.
Just a bit outside. But no, just foul, okay, straight back into the net for ball, or strike one. Now, ball in the dirt. Good play by McKee. He's quickly sliding and making that play. So count even at 1 apiece for the Francis Marion commit. In the dirt again. Ball 2 for Wilkes Dent. Again, 4 runs for River Bluff wins this game. We're now in the 5th inning. The 10-run rule is in effect. We will see how that affects the Silver Hawks' game plan for pitching. That ball is high, ball 3, and the path to first opens up for Weston Grant. And yesterday we talked about it. These guys, Dutch Fork, they change their pitchers around a lot. They usually pitch 4 pitches a game. So it's not surprising to see the third pitcher, Wilkes Dent, come in. Nice strike there for him. It's not surprising to see this is the third pitcher, and it wouldn't be surprised if we see even more if this game is extended past the 5th or 6th inning. But 3-1 is the count. We're now 3-2 now. Full count pitch.
Yeah, I think there are a lot of local high schools that'll pitch multiple pitchers. Florida's generally that way, unless Grant's on the mound or when Davis is dealing.
Yeah, it is how it usually works, but you know, River Bluff has, Dutch Fork has done that for 3 out of the 4 games of the tournament.
Yeah.
Which is the only reason I kind of brought it up.
And they did it, I want to say, in both of the games that we played them during the regular season.
So, interesting to note that on first we saw the courtesy runner. He went, even though there's no outs here in the inning. So it'll be interesting to see if he tries to go again. They trust Weston to move him over. But he'll dig back in and he'll do it again. 3-2, runner in motion. Spiking ball 4. 2 on, nobody out here for the Gators. Now Wyatt McPherson. Another man who just is hulking in that batter's box.
Now batting number 4, Wyatt McPherson.
So, not sure what's going on here. You see Rollison going to talk to the pitcher, Wilkes Dent. Now you're going to see McKee come out and the head coach, Coach Wiles. Or Waits, excuse me. Now here comes a whole mound visit out of it.
Wow.
No, he's done. He is not happy.
Oh, that's a quick switch.
Quick trigger. Wilkes Dent faced 2 batters. Had an error by Landon. And a walk. And now here comes in number 15, Aiden Blevins. We'll be right back. Pitching. Wonder why he had the day off.
They let him DH. Yeah, so McPherson DHing instead of catching.
Yeah, what does Reynolds usually do then if McPherson's catching?
I can't remember where he played. Always DH.
Because he's the 4-hole hitter, and I mean, shot to right field. Solomon should have that in his sights. He'll make the play. Runner on second will tag. Relay throw in. Not in time. Reynolds, or the courtesy runner for Reynolds, able to move to third on the fly out to right.
Up next, number 14, Logan Busby.
So again, Aiden Blevins is in to pitch. It was a quick trigger for Wilkes Dent. He didn't even record it out, so. But both runners on the base pass are linked to him. So we'll see what happens here. As now Blevins, 1 pitch, 1 out. And now he's dealing to Logan Busby. Again, Bluff needs 4 to end this here. Dutch Fork trying to extend this game to at least the 6th inning. Off-speed pitch, couldn't find the inside part of the plate. Ball 1. So, championship game of the Forest Acres Classic has really been more of one-sided. River Bluff has come to play today and are taking it to Dutch Fork. They've been in control of this one all for except basically 1 pitch is when Landon Call drove one out to right field. Other than that, it's really all Gators in this one. So, 1-1 count, 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. That ball's going to be poked out to center field. Friend's going to go over and make that play. Courtesy runner's going to tag up and easily come home to score without a throw. It is now an 8-1 lead for the Gators. Busby does his job there with a sacrifice fly into center field.
Now batting number 22, Miles Profit.
So, second baseman Miles Profit, the lefty, getting ready to go to battle against Aiden Blevins, who has 2 outs here. Coming in about 4 or 5 pitches, 2 outs. But he has surrendered a run that will be credited to Dent. That ball, though, that's smacked to right field. Goodbye, bat flip and all. See you later. Miles Profit sent that one into orbit.
It's unfair when your 8-hole hitter can do that.
10-1 lead for the Gators. Oh my goodness. That ball, no doubt about it. Well,
that was a shot.
Now that magic number for River Bluff has went down to 1, and they're gonna have a
Garris?
No, that's a pitch hitter. It looks like that's number 7. That is
That's
Hodges,
the pitcher, right?
That's Hodges McCarthan. No, the pitcher is Landon Gross.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. So Hodges McCarthan, you've seen him as a courtesy runner today. He will bat for the 9-hole hitter Matthew Gross. Or McCarthan. So either way, it's a name I've never seen before. He will now be due up against Blevins after Blevins gave up that homer. As we've seen from most pitchers here today, after they give up a homer, a little wild. So, after McCathern goes up, the top of the order is going to come back around. That ball is high. Blevins down now in the count, 2-0 to McCathern. Hodges, that ball's high and inside, and his path to first is open. McCathern ahead 3-0, and you don't want Walker Mitchell back up at the plate this inning, so you give him a strike. That was right down Broadway for Blevins. So 3-1, 2 outs. Ball smoked into left field, down the line, and just hooking foul. that had potential to end this one, but couldn't straighten it out. And now it's a full count here with 2 outs. Imagine if a pitch hitter in the high school level came in and homered. It's almost unheard of, but it almost happened here.
I mean, the only times that would happen is if, like, you have a dominant pitcher.
Yep.
The next day he's on the bench.
Ball 4 there to McCaffrey.
Oh
yeah, it was. Yeah, no, it would. It's almost unheard of, and now that winning run for River Bluff is at first, and it goes from difficult to almost impossibly hard. Walker Mitchell, Thomas Powell, Bo Hollins, the next 3 you have to face. This is not a spot you would want to be in, and Blevins has to work around it. First pitch curveball in there for a strike. Mitchell is only 1 for 3 on the day. He's flown out to right field twice. We'll see if he can put a run across to end it. And he tries to. That ball's out to center field. Going back and off the wall. Have a relay throw just to keep that runner at third. It's going to get through. And Rollison going to slide over and stop that. But a double for Walker Mitchell puts that winning run to third. Ball was high off the wall. Scary for Blevins. And now head coach, Coach Waits, gonna come talk to Blevins after he got 2 quick outs. But after that, a walk. A homer to Profit and a walk to MacArthur. Now a 2-run double, and here comes Ethan Offing, the shortstop. He was warming up a little earlier. He's set to come in and hopefully try to neutralize the River Bluff win here.
Yeah, his hands at shortstop are pretty fantastic.
It was.
The fielding, he fields everything. Yeah, it's really good.
Unfortunately, it's may not translate to the mound. We'll be right back here. We'll be right back here at the 42ers Classic. So, the former shortstop, now pitcher Ethan Offing, is in with 2 on and 2 out. Run that would end the Forest Acres Classic is sitting at third, 90 feet away, and Thomas Powell has the bat to put him home. That one's going to be skied over to right field. You got 3 people going back on it. Smalls is going to call off Landon, and he'll make the play in foul grounds. And we will play another inning. Ethan Offing does what he needs to do. Gets 1 out, but another 3-run inning for the River Bluff Gators opens this one up to 10-1. We'll be back here for the 6th. So here we go. 6th inning is now upon us.
Leading off,
Dutch
number
Fork
1,
would
J.J.
really love to
Smalls.
put some runs across, maybe try to claw back into this one and just keep it from getting run ruled. Looks to be J.J. Smalls at the plate. He's hitting for Tyler Hodges, who started the day on the mound for the Silver Foxes. Landon Gross is still on the bump.
Yeah, you got to think with the 3, 4, 5 hitters coming up for River Bluff, if they don't score.
Well, Smalls puts a jolt in the center field. That's going back, and it's off the wall. Powell's going to quickly field that and get that in with a phenomenal throw, but J.J. Smalls leadoff pitch hit double, I might add. That is one way to get this offense going. It's only the 4th hit of the night, or the afternoon, caught myself, for the Silver Foxes. But no, yeah, back to what we were saying beforehand, with the heart of the order for River Bluff coming up, you probably don't want to, most likely don't want to just not score here.
They've scored every time the heart of the orders come up, I think.
The only time they haven't scored is back in the 2nd inning, and
But that would have been the bottom half?
Yeah,
maybe?
It was 8-9-1.
Yeah.
So, the only person who's been able to put a run across today is now back up at the plate, Landon Call. We've seen a couple homers this game, and he has one of them. He actually started the home run parade with a solo shot to right center back in the 2nd inning. At that point, it looked like a big deal. Now it looks so small, but he'll ground over to Prof at a second, who takes it in and gets it over to first for the first out of the inning. So, we talk about all the commits on this River Bluff team. Here is a commit to the Citadel. Paul Taylor, the younger brother of another Taylor, another famous Taylor at Dutch Fork, right?
Yeah, Will Taylor.
Will Taylor.
Who is now playing football and baseball at Clemson. He led Dutch Fork's football team to a state title.
And there you go. So we'll see if his younger brother can do any sort of damage here. He watches that curveball find the outer portion of the zone. So, count is now 0-1 with 1 out. Paul Taylor lets that one go. Ball 2.
Wait, no, 1-1.
1-1, you're right, 1-1.
Yeah.
1-1. So used to them being so far ahead of the count.
It's been a long week. So.
It has been a long week. I'll have to get used to it. That's kind of what I want to do. Ball's going to get away from Reynolds, and Smalls will come home and score the 2nd run of the game for the Silver Foxes. Wild pitch, and that is the 2nd run of the game. And now, the magic number is up to 2 for River Bluff, and you still got a whole, or 2 outs to play in the top half of the 6th. And that pitch will be outside, not finding the zone. Now it's 2-1.
Wait, how do I have 3-1? Wait, it should be 3-1, right?
Oh, you're right. It is 3-1. That wild pitch. Yeah,
pitch.
I just didn't do the wild pitch.
Oh.
Well, scoreboard operator kind of lacking a little bit, and that's a walk to Paul Taylor. So that's how he'll reach first for the first time. Or no, he actually singled back in the 2nd, but 2nd time in this game. So in comes number 34 for Dutch Fork. I'll have to wait to see who that is. I'm not.
Number 34, Boykin Bigley.
Boykin. What was it?
Bigley?
Bigley. Boykin Bigley. He will hit for the center fielder Peyton Friend. Boykin. Paul goes first pitch. Down to 2nd. Good throw, but unable to handle it is Profit. Taylor steals 2nd.
Yeah, great jump.
Yeah, phenomenal jump. Good slide there. Would have been a tough play to make. I think he would have got there even if Profit was able to field it cleanly. So, Bigley has a runner on 2nd with 1 out. Sidearm action coming in and in there for a strike, even in the count at 1 apiece. So 1-1, 1 out. 10-2 lead for the Gators here against Dutch Fork in this Forks Acres Classic Championship game. That ball finds the dirt, and it's 2-1 here against the pitch hitter Bigley. Two and one. Paul Taylor stands at second. Gets a really good jump. Down to third. Reynolds got him out. Caught him stealing for the second out of the inning. Paul doing his best effort to try to get around the bases. But good throw by Reynolds. Probably the perfect throw. Into the glove of Grant. And a quick tag out for the second out of the inning. But Bigley has a 3-1 count to work with. And well, now it's a full count as he swings through that one. So 3-2, 2 outs against the pitch hitter for the Silver Foxes. And he's able to poke that one foul and stay alive in this at-bat. Two outs. Coming home. Gross ball 4. Ooh. There are some unhappy fans here. I don't know if you could see on the stream, but Prophet, the second baseman, was halfway between the dugout and where he is now.
Yep. Definitely got that.
I didn't know how far depth-wise it went back. Either way, LJ Solomon, the 9-hole hitter, whiffs and a strike 1. Prophet kind of gesturing over the dugout saying that was a iffy call there. The shortstop Mitchell went down to his kind of like hunched over, more of kind of saying, "What? How is that not called a strike?" But LJ Solomon, the right fielder, is now down 0-2 in this count. With Bigley at first, 2 outs, and Paul Taylor, remember, he was thrown out at third for the second out of the inning. That ball bounces into Reynolds for a ball. So, Landon Gross ahead 1-2. Solomon watches that one hit the plate for ball 2. But Reynolds able to stay in front of it and keep Bigley at first. Coming into the day for the tournament, Solomon was a 500 hitter. He's one of the effective ways they turn the lineup over here at Dutch Fork. And that ball's going to be poked over to short or third. Tough play and can't make the bare hands Weston Grant. Would have been a very tough play to make. Solomon has a ton of speed. But either way.
Yeah, that's not an error.
Yeah, it's not an error. So waiting to see if they called it on him, but they did not.
No.
So a hit for the Silver Foxes, and the top of the order is coming up. Kevin Szymanski. The only time he reached was back in the third on an error. He's 1 for 3. We'll see if he can, or 0 for 3. We'll see if he can kind of reverse that a little here. Ball smacked up the middle, but right at Prophet at second. He'll pitch it over to Mitchell for the out to end the inning. But Dutch Fork tacks on 1 off a wild pitch. The magic number for River Bluff is 2. Can they get it? We'll find out in the bottom of the 6th.
Leading off, number 15, Bo Hollins.
So, Bo Hollins, he's actually only 0 for 1 tonight with 2 walks and a strikeout. Has not put the ball in play. We'll see if that changes. Ethan Offing, he was able to get the out they needed to end the 5th, but now has to deal with the trouble part of this order that has given every single pitcher here just loads and loads of trouble. From their 2nd to their 6th hitters. I'll wait for this pitch as Holland's going to ground that foul. They have scored a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of their 10 runs have been scored by hitters 2 through 6.
Wow. This
has been the just hard part of the order to deal with, and really, this shows it by, of course, all of the commits, and so we're gonna see how we'll see how this all plays out. The 2-1 is gonna be low, ball 3, and Bo in a familiar sight, has 3 balls credited to him. Offing, gonna deal with 3-1. Low, ball 4, and for the 3rd time today, Bo Hollins walks.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see a pitch chart of the pitches that have been thrown to Bo this week.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're not. We have a lot of advancements here at Falcon Field.
That's to that point.
Pitch chart is not one of them. So, pitch hitter here for the Gators, Garrett Sanders. We will also see a courtesy runner over at first for Bo Hollins. Number 19, Matt Lawrence, will step into Bo's position at first. And the pitch hitter, Garrett Sanders, at the plate. This afternoon, again, it's been all River Bluff. Dutch Fork scoring 2 runs, one off a solo homer and the other off a wild pitch that was actually a double. So the 2 hardest hits, as they hit Garrett on his first time sitting in there. The 2 hardest hits have come back to bite River Bluff, but in the end, it's been just all River Bluff on the offensive side, and their defense has been swarming.
Yeah.
And another pitch hitter now in for the Gators, Coleman. I'm going to let him pronounce his last name.
Number 13, Coleman Suey.
Suey. It is spelled Szuhy.
Yeah.
So we let the PA announcer do my job for me. So Coleman Suey, he will hit for Weston Grant. I'm sure Grant would have loved to end this one if he had the chance with the 2-run homer he had back in the 3rd. But now Suey will get a chance to do something. Ooh, as Offing. Strike called on the outside part of the zone.
So the go-ahead run, or the winning run is
winning run's at first. I'm sorry, I'm trying to figure out who's yelling over at the umpire. That ball's going to be kind of muscled over to second. Will be a tough play for Make at second. He'll have to go to first.
Oh, he's safe.
Or he'll beat it out. Ooh. Suey. Quickly, it looked like J.J. Smalls. At second, he kind of just waited on that ball a little bit too long. And Suey, with the speed, beats it out. So now the winning run. The winning run moves over to second. And number 17, Connor McIntyre, comes in. Assuming he's Scottish.
Yeah.
Scottish. That's how I'm going to take a wild guess, but Connor McIntyre. Big opportunity for him to end this game right here, right now. It potentially would take 1 ball out of the outfield. I'm not exactly sure how fast Sanders is at second. That ball goes in the dirt, and that's going to be a wild pitch coming home, and without a throw will be the courtesy runner for Bo Hollins, 19, Matt Lawrence. And now the winning run is 90 feet away with no outs here in the 6th. On deck, if it got that far, is number 18, Wyatt Meldrum. He's going to be pitch hitting for Miles Profit. That ball spiked him, but this time McKee stays in front of it and keeps that winning run at third. However, McIntyre ahead, 2-0 in the count. So, 2-0. Offing is behind, has not been able to record an out this inning. And they got a strike, though. Swinging through, it's McIntyre. So, Offing deals in the dirt, low again. But again, McKee stays in front of it and saves that winning run. Sanders was halfway down the line there, forced to go back to the bag. So, here we go. McIntyre. And that ball is going to be in there for a strike. So big at bat here for McIntyre. 3-2, slicing it foul. Again, on deck is Wyatt Meldrum if it gets that far. After that, we'll wait to see. They've been subbing people out left and right, so we'll wait to see. As of now, though, 3-2 from Offing. Low, ball 4. His second walk of the inning. And now, bases are juiced. Nowhere to put Meldrum. And here comes Coach Waits to talk to his pitcher. Is this all for Offing today? It's hard to imagine to get 3 outs, and it is going to be all for Offing. He'll be taken out, only recording 1 out. So potentially the last pitcher we see for the Silver Foxes will be number 20. Who I actually don't have on my sheet. So we'll wait and we'll figure out who that is when we come back.
Okay.
As you just saw there, 1 pitch for new pitcher Chandler Morgan, and he got him to pop up for an out to the plate. So now we have number 11 here.
Number 11, Cameron Woodruff.
Cameron Woodruff. In there. He's going to be the one to try to end this threat. as that one is going to be inside ball one. One and oh is the count. Ball finds the dirt, but McKee sliding there, making the play. McKee is a mountain of a man behind the plate. But right now, Morgan needs to find that zone, or this game is over. The 11-2 lead, and that will do it. Single into center field. No throw is going to be in there, and River Bluff takes the Forest Acre Classic by a final score of 12-2 in 6. As they give a celebratory little walk-off greeting.
That's the ball game, folks. Our final
Cameron
score,
Woodruff.
River Bluff 12, Dutch Fork 2.
That'll do it. That is all she wrote.
After the post-game handshake, would the players and coaches please line up on your respective baselines for the award ceremony?
All right, yeah. So we'll stick around for the award ceremony.
We will.
One of these guys on River Bluff will be the MVP.
I'm assuming. I mean, we were talking a little earlier. What were you thinking? Were you thinking
Either
Thomas
Mitchell or Powell.
Yeah. Because unfortunately, Bo just didn't do enough.
Bo got like double-digit walks this week.
Oh, may pass Zach Snead, our walk king.
Yeah, maybe.
So I guess the more interesting question is who's going to get it on the Dutch Fork side. I'm assuming it's going to be Szymanski.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, with a couple of home runs, and although who is it? I mean, some of the players had good pitching outings in group play.
Yeah. We'll see what they do. You know, look at River Bluff, so happy they won this thing. You know, they get a quick talking to by their coach, and then they'll line up and receive their awards for this tournament. As you see Hammond in the background making their way onto the field, going towards their dugout for the final game of this tournament. And they'll play for the 5th place? Yes. Fourth. Yeah, 5th.
How many? No, 7th place.
All right.
Oh, it's the was the first game? Oh, you're right.
All
Yep, 7th
academic,
place.
Landon Call.
So, Landon Call, all academic.
All tourney, Ethan Alford.
Oh, often.
Offing will get the all-tournament nod. In the tournament,
Doing some amazing work at shortstop.
yeah, he was. Let me find where his whole tournament stats. Going into the day, he was 3 for 10 with 3 RBIs, so it wasn't exactly his best day.
Kevin
But
Szymanski.
oh, well, there it is.
Okay.
They both get 2, so yeah,
Yeah.
Kevin Szymanski.
Make it to the championship game. Yeah.
They both get 2. Gotcha.
Yeah, that makes sense. Then.
Yep.
And now for River Bluff. All academic, Hodges McCaffrey. Check that. First of all, the runner-up trophy goes to Dutch Fork Silver Foxes.
Come on, River Bluff, you'll get your time to shine in a second. All jokes, obviously.
Okay, Hodges, now it's your turn.
Hey, you made the
All
joke for me.
academic for River Bluff, Hodges McCaffrey.
So they might get.
All tournament, Matthew Garris.
So Garris, for his pitching outing yesterday, you said, right?
Yeah, he was really good. And that was a game that was going to decide who was in this match. Because if they lost to St. John's would have been here. So yeah, he came up big.
All tourney, Thomas Powell.
There's Thomas Powell. Yeah, he was all solid all day in center field today as well.
Yeah, and he pitched on Monday really well.
And the winner of the Charles William Fentner Most Valuable Player Award, Walker Mitchell.
Yeah, Walker Mitchell.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they get 3, including 2 all tournaments and a MVP.
Yeah,
And the
Mitchell was
winner
really good. Oh,
of the 2023 Forest Acres Baseball Classic, River Bluff.
For the 3rd year in a row.
It has been a great week of baseball. The City of Forest Acres and AC Flora High School would like to thank you for participating in this year's Forest Acres Baseball Classic. We hope that the remainder of your season goes well. Safe travels.
all right.
All right, well, that was a fun championship game. Got to see some college talent play.
Yeah. Both teams had good runs, but yeah, River Bluff was awesome all week, every game.
Looked unstoppable here, especially in this one. They took it to Dutch Fork early and often, and then didn't let up as the game went on.
No, they're really good. Yeah.
And they're taking their team picture to commemorate 3 years in a row as they all hold the 3s up. I guess we'll see if they can do it year 4 next year. But we'll have a lot more baseball to be played.
All right. Well, yeah, that's 15 out of 16 games in the books. The next one is Hammond against Airport, and that'll be on a different stream. But to any, River Bluff and Dutch Fork people watching, thanks for watching. Congratulations to both teams for getting here, and definitely to River Bluff for winning the whole thing.
Great tournament from both teams, though. I mean, Dutch Fork able to kind of defy the odds yesterday and beat us by more than 6 to get there.
Yeah, they had a hill to climb,
and
they climbed it yesterday.
So.
All right, that's it.
That's all from us, I think.
Yeah, we'll see you in the next stream.